worst thing for political prisoners to be forgotten. And it needs to be brought before people's minds, the kind of people that we have in this country still who are willing to sacrifice their freedom for an idea. And the idea is freedom. And we're about to lose it in America. I was appointed by our previous OSCE president, Ms. Satterfeld, as the special representative on political prisoners. And my charge is to bring the cases of political prisoners, of which Russia and Belarus are probably the two most egregious, to the world's attention. One of whom is my friend Vladimir Kara-Murza, who was a friend of this particular body and a friend of democracy and a resident here in America. He should have been declared and should be declared under the Levinson Act as wrongfully detained. Once again, reticence on the State Department, which I cannot understand, as I couldn't understand their tardiness in giving ATACMS and other weapons which were needed by the Ukrainians to fight off the Russians. Eventually they get around to it, but eventually it's not good enough. The time is now. The time's now for political prisoners. I don't have any thought that Putin's going to let Vladimir out of prison, just like he's not going to let Navalny out. They oppose this corrupt, oligarchical controlled leadership in Russia and would like to see Russia be democratic and free. That's what Navalny's about, that's what Kara-Murza's about, and that's what so many other political prisoners in Russia are about. He's not going to let them out. I want the hostages to be freed. I want our political prisoners to be freed. I see Evgeny here, and you know, as I spoke to you, I feel for you and your children not having Vladimir, and I want to do everything I can. He told me once, he said the worst thing for political prisoners to be forgotten, because their conscience is what drives them to the positions they take that makes them political prisoners and puts them in the gulag. And that conscience is something that people need to remember, and it needs to be brought before people's minds, the kind of people that we have in this country still who are willing to sacrifice their freedom for an idea. And the idea is freedom. And we're about to lose it in America. Part of the problem we've got here has been, continues to be, and will be, unless we win this next election, Donald Trump. That's the reason why a lot of Republicans are falling off his support for Ukraine, because Trump won the election in 2016 with Putin's help, and he wants to put the same team together.